Honestly, I always thought that using loops is either for cheaters or for beginner producers. No offense, if you're a beginner, that's totally okay. The thing is, that's all bullshit, trust me. At the end of the day, the point is, what really counts is the output, right? If you use modular, if you use analog, if you use loops, if we use samples, if you use sampling, if you use whatever you like, if you use plugins, nothing really matters. The only thing that matters in the end is a stereo file. How does it sound and how do people actually vibe with it, right? That's the end result. That's what really counts. No one asks what were you using unless we, you and me, the producers, right? But none of the people on the dance floor probably, right? Now the question is, how can we actually use them as an inspiration and make them more unique so they actually fit our taste and fit our style of music, so we never run out of ideas using samples or loops or whatever? You guessed it, you will hear all the answers in this week's video, so let's jump in. Before we start, I quickly want to mention my soft but snappy Rominimal Ableton Live kick template, which is a highly adjustable, customizable kick template, as it says, right? You can make your kicks pitch up, pitch down, make them darker sounding, longer or very snappy, short. Basically you can do everything with them, right? And they are inspired by Romanian artists like Barak or Petrin Spirescu or other artists like Sila Pexi and so on. So basically you can synthesize all kind of kicks out of it, and if you want that, it's totally for free. Just grab it on the link below or also here, click this little button here on top, and then you can get it shipped into your inbox totally for free. Now let's jump into this week's video. Hope it resonates with you. Hopefully it's inspiring. Let's jump in. Okay, so let me quickly play the track. This is a breakbeat kind of Romanimal track idea. Right? Okay, so far so good. Now loops. Percussion. Here's another one. And here's another one. This is top secret. I'm working on sample pack, and those are some parts of it. Anyway, so now what I want to talk about is how can we actually use them as inspiration. Now what I did was really misusing some Ableton functions, or at least that was my intention. So here we have this simple kind of percussion loop, whatever it is. Now Ableton has these 4 functions here: slice to new MIDI track, convert harmony, melody, and drums. Now what I like to do is, for this percussion drum, I want to take the melody of that. Let's see what it spits out. Okay, now we have a melody. Maybe we need to quantize it a little bit. Now let's see if we can just spice this up with some more interesting sounds here, maybe even triple cheese. Okay. That's the melody that we took from this here. What if we take a bassline patch maybe? Comes together. could also work, right? Maybe we need to shorten some stuff. So that's this loop, right? So it works for textures, but also could work for basslines if we want to. Maybe we need to tweak some stuff, but I think it could work. Let's try this one. Maybe even harmony. Pitching it up 1 octave. Okay, so we took the harmony, but there's not much of a harmony in that specific loop. But let's try this one maybe. Let's see what it can spit out. Maybe we get some interesting results. I have no idea what it spits out if we convert it to melody. Okay, maybe we could use that, right? Maybe just the top notes, I don't know. All we are doing here is seeking inspiration and from those loops. So I would duplicate that maybe. Maybe a reverb or delay to make the notes longer. I think that could work, but I already feel inspired to do more work just with some loops. I found percussion loops work great for extracting the melody from. Sometimes, yeah, soundscapes, but percussion kind of things work great in my opinion for extracting melody. I like, yeah, to experiment with envelopes and more specifically inside the clip envelope, and then we have a drop down here. Grain size is probably, if you use another warping option, and I simply like to experiment with those, right? Just random. Let's see. Also use transportation. You get a little bit of glitchy stuff here. playing those in the background, maybe adding some effects. This one we can of course also automate, right? Maybe let's add, what should we add? Just want automate inside the clip, right? On. Right, so we get some interesting results here. Maybe record that. Right, print it to audio. Then pitch it down simply. Texture. So we get some textures out of that. Then we can go again crazy. Basically what we are doing is we go into clip envelopes and then we experiment and go crazy, also using the warp, different warp settings here, pitching up, pitching down, and then using automation, maybe even with some effects, right? And then using the automation within the clip itself, not on the track, right? So the automation is applied to the clip itself, right? So yeah, that's the second technique that I wanted to share with you. And the third one is really also within those, and we have some, we can mute stuff, right? Very simple. Can mute different things if we don't want them. The cool thing is we can really adjust them to the other stuff, right? and so on, right? Yeah, basically that's how I would approach it. Nothing fancy, nothing new, but I hope this inspires you as well. And if you have some more approaches to using or manual loops, let me know in the comment section. I'm glad to hear and connect with you. So to sum it up again, basically using audio to melody or to MIDI basically functions, right? And those should already give you some new inspiration, hopefully. And then the second approach is to actually work within the clip itself using yeah, different automations, different effects, automating those effects within the clips, and working with volume, simple volume, maybe even pitch up and pitch down, and also with the warping setting, right? Those are all very simple approaches, I would say, but can really help boost inspiration and coming up with new ideas, with basically all kind of samples, loops, whatever you like, and even found sounds, right? Hope this helps, hope this inspires, and going and experiment. I hope this resonates with you. Hope to see you in another video. Bye bye, cheers.